going, y'all? It's been a minute, I think 2 weeks or so since I made the last video. So this is where I'm sitting at. If you look to the bottom of me, that's my checking account balance, my 2 credit cards, and my loan. As you can tell, that's quite a bit, $41,600. This account to that side of the screen is sitting at about $50,000. I am still working. So my 401k, I have went back to my 6% matching because I'm going to be moving to a new property and I got to put money in over there. So it's a lot going on. And yeah. So that's where I'm at. You know, and I was thinking today in all the videos out there, people talk about, you know, stocks to pick, you know, buying companies with dividends that pay you money, you know, like growth or so forth and like that. You know, but how do you actually get into that game? You know, that's what I was telling myself. Like, I have this money sitting in here. It hasn't really been doing a lot lately. You know, so it's like, all right, still not working that, you know, fast. My swing trade positions, which I think I put around 21,000 almost into it. So their values are not what they were, because I'm down 400 on this one. And then my other one's BBD, BRFS, which is right here. I am down, about 3,000. We just go $3,000 on those. So caught a little bit in a rut on those ones, unfortunately. I would like to just dollar cost average down because, like I said, I still believe they're good companies. But if I dollar cost average down, I would probably do it just to bust even and get out. And my reasoning is like, it's taken a long time. You know, now if I had a bunch of money where I could put money into it and not need it, and right now I'm kind of needing some funds, then I would still sit on this for a while. But you're looking at it could take, you know, years to turn around. You know, you just don't know. That's the thing about the market. You don't know what the turnaround rate is for anything. That's why dividends are so great. You know, especially if you get a good chunk of dividend from a company. You know, every 3 months, every month, whatever. Like, you know, AGNC, I believe, is one that pays me monthly. So now that's down $7.25, but I get monthly dividends off of that, which I forget what it is. It's like, I don't know, like $50 or something like that. So, you know, and it's still a good one, so I don't mind having that. But Zim down here, same. That's one that they're supposed to have their earnings call this month, and then I'm assuming they'll pay a dividend next month in April sometime. So I'm very curious to see what that dividend payout is going to be. I'm hoping it'll be something pretty good. So let's go ahead and say that they pay, let's say $2 per share. We'll go with that one, right? Which is way less than the crazy dividend, you know, yield that they're saying. But say if there was that much, and I have about 400 shares, I'm looking at getting $800 off of that next month sometime, because you know that's probably when they would pay the dividend. So and that's at $2. You know, if it's $1 a share, I'm still getting, you know, roughly $400 extra income that month. So, and I you know, I'm pretty sure it'd be at least $1, but I'm hoping it would be more. We'll see. So there's that. Like I said, I have this, you know, debt over here that I need to start knocking down. Still working, you know, so bringing home about $1,400 every 2 weeks. But I actually have a little bit of other sources of income. So we'll say per month, I think it's safe to say around 3,000. You know, maybe a little bit more is what I you know, bring home. You know, so 3,000 to 3,500, I would say, and that's after taxes and deductions. So not including all that. You add all that into it, then you get a little bit more. But I did file my income tax recently. I had to wait to get my forms from my brokerage and so forth. So I'll be getting roughly around 1,800 there on top of like my, let's say 3,000 that I get per month. Now that I've decided to go to 6% matching on my, on my 401k, and again, I'm including a 401k as a deduction, so I'm not including that in that 3,000 estimate income. So if I included that too, I'd be making about $3,500 or a little bit more. So I should get, once I get that in another paycheck, that'd be good. Because I also, need to save money for a project. But I'm also selling some of my Hot Wheels stuff here. So that way I can knock down some of these debts. And then I'm looking at, like I said, I'm probably going to try to figure out a way to bail out, some of these positions. So let's see. Let me pull this calculator up real quick. Just give you a little sketch of what I'm trying to do here. Because I gotta take care of this down here too, right? I own my vehicle, so I don't have a vehicle payment. I do have like a $60 insurance payment. Property on the property, so you only have to pay like a small amount for taxes. So it makes it a lot easier. But bills run like $300, $350, not including food, gas, and household appliances, so like laundry stuff, toilet papers, body wash, all that. It doesn't include that. So you got that whole amount of income too, or that expense. But let's see real quick. So ABEV, current value, we're just going to round it, 46. And then I got BBD, so we say 7150. And then 6. Okay, so 17,750 is the value, and I dropped in about 2,100, so we're down pretty good. $4,000 roughly. So what I'm going to try to do is, because these positions have been setting this way for a few months now, it seems, I'm going to try to get out on this ABEV up here and try to pull that 5,000 investment out. I'll still keep these other ones here, which is still a pretty strong investment that I've thrown in, which is 16,000. But I'm going to try to break about even on ABEV. That's kind of the goal here, like setting to get some money. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to drop that over here to knock down these debts, because can't let debt get too much. And the credit card thing, it's not like, a lot of this isn't like super high interest rates. They're not great interest rates like home loan rates or vehicle rates if you have decent, decent credit. So I'll say that's about, we just say about 15%, I guess, is the interest rate on those. So I need to knock that off. But I was also thinking, like, when it comes to like accounts and building that wealth, which I'm still trying to work on, it's very tough, very hard. As y'all seen, for those of you who have seen, so many of my videos, it's rough. I'm still working on it. So I still think like the biggest asset, is just working. I wish I didn't have to work. That's the goal, but that's income that you that you get. Like, it's guaranteed income. You're trading your hands, your mind, your skills, your physical labor for cash. In the markets, you can't do that. I mean, look where we're at. These things are still, there's not much moving. Can't live off of this if it's not producing cash. That's why you need dividends. That's still my argument against people that, that are rich or really wealthy, and they say dividends are dumb and they just only go for growth. Easy to say that, if you're rich and wealthy and you probably had some money, inherited to work with. But otherwise, yeah, no, you need dividends. The working people that had nothing and they're starting on their own, you need dividends. That's the way it works. So I still think that that's one of the strong things. And then, like I was telling my dad, I took him to get something to eat the other day, and we ate some catfish and stuff at one of the local places. And then I was telling him there, so we also need mental assets. You need to have good mental assets. You need to know, try to make the best moves possible, because you can't acquire good physical assets like stocks, like owning your own property and only having like less than $100 a year for rent. Now, you can't acquire good stuff like that if you don't, have good income. But the only way you're going to get good income, in my mind, is if you have good mental assets. Like work. Go work. Don't be lazy. Don't be at home wasting your time. I can understand the complications with some folks, if they get, some government money, because they can't get, a job that they're, proficient in, that they're, that's their field, that's their craft. Then okay, I can see some stuff. I mean, if you make more money sitting at home than what you would if you went to work, then okay, that makes sense. I mean, you stay at home, I guess, but you should still be trying to find an opportunity to make more money. But that's what I've been kind of telling myself. Got to work. Got to use the hands that God gave me and all that stuff, and because you get money from trading your time, your labor. That's until you can come up with another way to make money, and that's what I'm trying to do. And man, it's tough. Because you think with the dividends that I try to get here, and then the interest I lose here, it's like, man, so it's tough. It's a tough game. So I'm still working on trying to figure it all out. But this is where I'm sitting at right now. In the last 2 weeks, I think it's been since I made a video. These are my positions. Those are the changes I made that I mentioned earlier. That's where my accounts are sitting out on my debt, which obviously there's a lot of debt there, including the loan. So like I said, my move is to see what I could do about being able to just knock out, get pretty close to even here somehow. How I'm going to try, mostly by probably waiting to see if it takes a big drop and then buy some more, and then see if I can't knock this down to like maybe like 150. Even if I take $150 loss, I mean, that's okay, in a sense, because I did get dividends off of that. But I can also use that as tax harvesting for the 2023 year. And then it can get me the 5 out of there. That way I can come over here and I can, knock down some of this here. But another thing I was considering doing with, my personal financial life, and this is pretty much what it is if Zamstock pays at least $2 a share, you take that 5, which would go ahead and we'll just say 47, considering that we'll probably take a loss, and I divide that by 22, where I'll go to 50, round up, giving me 208 shares. So you'd be looking at getting $208 next time that it pays you. But it's like, okay, so I'd have to wait 3 months to get that again, and within what debt, how much would the debt cost me to wait that long, also is another thing. So I'm like, probably not really worth it at that note. But if you're getting paid, more than that, if Zim still pays a good dividend, it might be worth it. But I doubt. I'm still probably just going to go ahead and, try to get that to a point where it's out and then put it over here to knock down some of this expense. But since I am still working, I also get the money and I put it towards stuff like that. One of my downfalls is cars. I was buying a few cars that were expensive cars. I don't regret doing it because I like having something nice. It keeps me motivated at life. Because if I put every last dime in the stocks and so forth, and then they're sitting here not doing anything like they haven't been doing because the way the markets are, you get a little bit bummed out. I wouldn't say to quit, or any of that. Keep trying, but you get a little bummed out. So having some nice things is still always there. And so it's just kind of like a fail safe, like a nest egg. But instead of having a nest egg cash, I have it in, nice cars. But I could always still sell those cars and get the money out of them if I need to. Some of it I've sold for a loss in the past. I'm not going to do that this time around. Because I'm still just going to be trying to focus on this. And I've already started selling a lot of other cars that are just basic things that I'm trying to knock out. But this is where I'm at, and my thoughts are, you to build up assets and stuff like that. Because as far as I could tell, you need to work. You need to get out there, work, make money. because there you're getting paid and you don't have to wait. It's guaranteed the amount of money that you agree to work for per hour. You're guaranteed that. You're not hoping that the markets favor you, or you don't know, what a certain dividend might pay. So in order to start getting into a position of that, I think you need to work, save money, pay, some debts. Here I was trying to, build good swing trades. The first month obviously did pretty well. The second month I was not doing that great. I didn't meet it. And here we are in the third month, 10 days from now, and I doubt I'll be able to do anything with it. So we'll see. But I'm hoping that some dividends. I'm hoping Zimstock comes out and pays a pretty nice dividend, because then that would back me. Say Zimstock pays me $1,500, or even if we get super lucky, because nobody knows, I highly doubt this, but say we get super lucky and I get a $2,000 dividend off of that, or something close. That'll cover me pretty much for this month and, next month, depending when they pay the dividend, or last month, when I didn't meet it, but I still made $1,800 the first month, and I only needed to make $1,020. So if it pays a good dividend, it still might put me worthwhile. But I'm still gonna try to knock down these debts best I can. So good luck out there, with everything, with everybody, with your financial life, not just your stock portfolios, but just your finances in general. It's definitely tough. It's challenging. So just stay focused, keep motivated, take breaks. When I say breaks, I mean with your mind. But yeah, just be like patience. That's something I've been working on a lot lately. Patience is a very valuable mental asset, because if you can do that, then you can make better judgments physically. With the world. If you have good mental assets, then you can have the ability to create good physical assets. Like Zimstock, I think that'd be a good physical asset. We'll see. But yeah, so make sure you keep a job. Especially if you're like me and you don't have trust fund money coming from something, or a lot of inherited money from people, family members before you. I don't have that. The rich family members that we have, they don't give two craps about us. We're on our own. But that's the way life is. So this is where I'm at. Good luck out there. I'll make updates as I continue to go on. I don't have any PayPal debt. Otherwise, I would put that on there because I use PayPal, but I don't have any PayPal debt. So those are my debts. That's it right there. And this is my stocks. Real quick, because we've already been going a minute, and most people get bored by this point. Here's the dividends. I haven't really gotten any dividend payouts the last couple months, except like AGNC and a few other ones, like $1 here, $1 there, because I have a lot of these just one share things. So obviously, estimate annual income is this number over here? Let me see. Yeah, okay, so it's there. Okay, so yeah, so these ones with actual little bit of cash flow, yeah, haven't really got much from them. But that's where I'm sitting at. Here, I'm hoping, like I said, end of the month, or April, we'll get a nice dividend off of Zim. I'm really counting on that, so we'll see how that goes. And then closing that out, here's where I'm sitting at with the 401k. I still have to pay a loan, so there's that too. So I'm paying $170 to this every month as well. Plus the $100 and something that I pay to my 401k for my matching amount. So yeah, it's safe to say I probably score about $3,500 a month, with those included. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'll give you all updates as I go on. If I, I'm not really buying anything unless I get dividends. Then I might buy some stuff. But other than that, I'm not really doing much. I just buy Hanes brands, I think, is what I've kind of been picking up. Let me see if this is the, of course not. I honestly figured that I wasn't going to pick up the one I need. Let me see real quick. Okay, yeah, so the last thing I actually bought a little bit of was Hanes brands. Where is that? H&L. Okay, here it is. Because I'm down. Look at how low that is, dude. If you look over here, it's way down compared to the 1638 it can be. That there, stock recommendation, if you have a lot sitting around, and I really don't right now, I would definitely load up. Like, I bought in at 729 and it's at 582. Oh gosh, I would load up on Hanesbrands right now. I bet that is a killer dividend. Uh, we could, yeah. So let's pull it up now. I already have it. Let's see. Hanesbrands. So that's at 10 dividend yield, 10.27 right now because of how much it's dropped off. You know, that is a good one. I would load up on that, you know, if I was able to. And obviously from this down here that I need to tackle, I can't really do it at this moment, but I'm going to try to knock out a lot of this. That way I can comfortably put more money to that. But Hanesbrands is one that I would go for right now. But as I said, good luck out there, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well financially. And if not, just keep working at it, keep trying. Some things I've done, like I said, I've bought cars. That hasn't really helped me in my financial level. It's just some cool cars I wanted, so I kind of put a hold on that. But there's a few cars if they did come up, because I still love collecting, I would go for them. But they're very rare and far in between. They'll cost a pretty penny, but they don't come up for sale, so it's highly unlikely. But all these other random cars that I've seen, I've started just been like, oh, cool, looking at them, but I'm not buying because I want to focus on this. And I also got to work on another property, that we're going to be moving to. So out there, we got to get a pad laid down, and the estimate on that's like $20,000 plus, 60 by 60 concrete pad. So that'll be fun. I got to figure that out too. So that goes back to why I'm going to be taking some of my money out and paying these downs. That way I can have money available to get these projects moving. But good luck out there, and if you did watch all the way through, and you're just kind of doing your own financial life as well, and you want to share, more than happy to get to know y'all and whatnot. So have a good day. Build those mental assets so that way you can build physical assets. But yeah, I want to get to know me, shoot me a message or something. I'd be happy to talk to y'all. So until next time, y'all have a good one. See you in the next one. Bye.